So, hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for the second session of Android Study Jam conducted by DSC RCOM. I am Rishabh Rathi, your facilitator for this event, and we'll be diving deep into the main topics in this session. In the last session, we had a small intro about what Android Study Jams are and what are we going to do in this. So, let's start. So, all right, let's dive in and answer the question. Okay, first of all, what is Kotlin? Like we know in Android study jams, will be using Kotlin to create Android applications. So what is Kotlin? Let's dive in. Kotlin is a modern programming language that helps developers be more productive. Okay, so it is just like any other programming language. It was started as a project in 2010 and was made open source in around 2016. Okay, but the main thing is that it has quickly gained attraction among the developer community and in industry. It is one of the fastest growing programming languages. So yeah, learning Kotlin will help you a lot in developing Android applications. Okay, so what are the benefits of Kotlin? There are some of the key benefits that developers enjoy with Kotlin. First one is it is expressive and concise. It means that it allows you to express your ideas with very less code. Like for the same code, you will have to write many lines for Java, then you will be writing for the Kotlin programming languages. So it reduces the amount of code in your project. The next point is it helps you write safer code. So it has features that help you minimize common programming errors like null pointer exceptions and several others. Third is the best thing is that it is 100% interoperable with Java, which means you can call Java based code from Kotlin and vice versa. So if you already have some Android app in Java and you want to add some Kotlin language in it, so you can do that because it is interoperable. Another key benefit that Kotlin offers is structured concurrency with Kotlin coroutines. They amplify background task management for everything, from network calls to accessing local data, which are common for mobile applications. Kotlin is now like the fourth most loved programming language, according to the Stack Overflow survey. So it will be great learning this programming language. Now, how does this relate to Android development, right? We will be learning Kotlin, but why is this related to Android development? So in 2017, Google announced that Kotlin would be another officially supported language on Android. So around 70% of the applications that are built on Android are built using Kotlin. So it is the major language to develop Android applications. Then in 2019, Google announced that Android development would become increasingly Kotlin first. So it means that the new tools and libraries will be first made available in Kotlin and then in Java or any other programming language or Flutter or React Native, some framework. So yeah, learning Kotlin helps you a lot because every new library or tools that Android has first comes in Kotlin. So with the span of several years, Kotlin has been rapidly adopted in the Android developer ecosystem. Like over 70% of the Android apps use Kotlin, and 60% of the developers loves Kotlin. There has never been a better time to start learning it than to now. Okay, so on that note, let's dive in and look what Kotlin is. Okay, so in this course, you will be learning how to code in Kotlin. Now we already seen that it is a programming language and you can write safer codes, okay, in Kotlin. Now where we will be running the Kotlin code. So to make it easier for you, you will be writing your code in the Kotlin playground, which you can access via the web browser. So you don't need to download any high budget IDs or something like that will take a load on your system. You can simply run it in web browser and learn it there. The site looks something like this. Okay, I'll just show you the site of the Kotlin playground. Okay, so this is the Kotlin playground. It will look something like this. Over here, you can write your code in this white area, and here the green button is to run. Okay, so this is a simple hello world code that prints hello world. When we run this, look over here, the output comes that hello world. Okay, so this is the Kotlin playground. Here you can write your code whatever you want. Now moving ahead. Now, the next major thing that we need for Android development is Android Studio. Okay. So it is the official tool that professional developers use for Android development. So you need to learn this. This is where you will be writing your Kotlin code and building your apps and designing layouts for your apps and everything. Everything will take place in the Android Studio tool. So the best feature that Android Studio provides is it provides you with an Android emulator. So you don't need to attach your phones every time and test it, like every line of code you change, some changes you make, then you have to again go to your phone, install Epic and everything. You can simply emulate Android devices on the computer. So that works faster. The emulator allows your code to run your app on the laptop itself, on your PC itself. And it provides almost all capabilities that a real Android device would have. So if you do not have a physical device and want to use it, if you do not have a physical device, then this is the best solution. You can take help of Android emulators that Android Studio provides. You can use either, both, doesn't matter. You can even use the emulator, or if your system doesn't support it, the load is too much, you can use your physical device. Just connect it with the USB and turn USB debugging on. You'll be good to go. Lastly, in the third pathway, you will learn the basic concepts of customizing the user interface. Like you will be designing a simple app and then you will be customizing the apps. So user interface includes what the app looks like and how the user interacts with it. Okay. So it is the main part. Okay, whenever user will open your app, the first thing he'll see is the UI, how you design it. Like you would have seen different apps. Some apps have very good UI. You can easily find the features that they have. Like you don't need to search a lot. And some apps are very badly designed that you need to search, okay, where is this option? Where is this option? So your UI should be standard. Your UI should be looking good, minimal. It should not load user with too many features. It should have proper justifications. Okay, the UI should be good. So we will be designing UI as well. First entry point to the app is UI. Then the next thing is layout. Okay, it is the main design or arrangement of what the user see. Like suppose you open any application, then you see some elements on it. Suppose there is an image, there is a button, there is cards, there is text. So these elements are arranged on your screen. That is called a layout. It is the layout of the app. Okay, a layout is made up of views. Like we'll see what views are. A layout is made up of views. Okay. So on the bottom line, the views are there, and then the views create layout. What I was talking about elements. Look over here. There are buttons, there are images, there is text. These are known as views, and layouts consist of views. Here are some examples of types of views that are provided. Like text view is there for displaying text. If you want to put some text over there, so you have text view. Then there is image view if you want to display some image. There's button view if you want a button to perform some action. So there are different several views available in Android. Okay, so to build the app, first app that we are going to create is the dice roller app. Okay, it is a simple UI. It has a dice and it has a button click which says roll. So when you click the button, the dice will be rolling and you'll get a number on it. So to build this app, you'll need to understand what an activity in Android is. Okay, activity is very important. So activity is the part of your app that presents a window that can display the app's content on the screen. Okay, activity is the app part जिसमें एक विंडो दिखता है that can display the app's content. Okay, so जो डाइस रोलर ऐप हम बनाने वाले हैं तो उसमें एक ही एक्टिविटी रहेंगी मेन एक्टिविटी बिकॉज वी डोंट नीड टू चेंज एक्टिविटीज. सो उसमें एक ही मेन एक्टिविटी रहेंगी. जब ऐप ओपन होता है तो जो मेन एक्टिविटी है वो लॉन्च होता है सबसे पहले. द लेआउट दैट वी हैव क्रिएटेड इज ड्रॉन ऑन द स्क्रीन and the user, which is you, me, everyone, the users can start interacting with the app. Okay, so what happens is as soon as you click on any app icon, the main activity is launched and then the layout is drawn. Okay, on the screen, whatever the developer has created the layout is drawn and then the user can start interacting with the app. So हम जो वो मेन एक्टिविटी है उसी को मॉडिफाई करेंगे. विल बी राइटिंग कॉटलिन कोड. तो उसमें हम डिफाइन करेंगे कि जब वो बटन रोल दबा रहा है तब क्या होना चाहिए. ओके, what should happen when the user clicks the button roll. Now the main part, classes and object instances. As you write Kotlin, okay, let's take a break. Do you have any doubts till now? You can ask. If you have any doubts, you can put it in the chat so that we can move ahead. Okay, understood. Okay, cool. Anyone have any doubt, you can put in the chat box. Okay, you didn't understood layouts and views. I'll explain it again. So okay, Rahul, yeah, there are two things. One is a layout and one is a view. Okay, so views are nothing but elements on your screen. Like a single element is known as a view. Like we have seen the different examples of views over here. A text view, that if you want to enter some text, so there is a text view. Then if you want to enter some image in your app, there is an image view. So these single elements are known as views, and the layout is a complete screen that is created. Like different views will create a layout. Like suppose over here in the first tab, look over, there is one view on the top, then there is text view in the between, and third view on the bottom. Okay, so these combinedly forms a layout. The green one is the layout and the blue one are the views. Over here in the second uh, application, like there are 5 views, right? One is button, then 3 are card views, and the fifth one, last one, is a image view. Okay, so these are the views that combines to form a layout. Okay, did you got it? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, do you want me to explain anything else? Someone, any doubts? Yeah, Android Studio, yeah. Yes, Sakshi, you need to download Android Studio. You will be needing Android Studios to create your app. You would be designing layouts as well as writing Kotlin code. Yeah, the links are already given to download Android Studio from. You can download it, no issues. Okay, cool. Okay, so how many of you already have Android Studios with you right now? You use it. Okay, many of you. Good, good. Yeah, for those who don't have Android Studios, no issues. You can download it. The link has been already given on the event page. You can go and download it. Then you will need to download the emulators, devices. Then we will be good to go. No issues. Yeah, so Android Study Jam's main purpose is that this is a like what we can call, this is go at your own pace course. Like so you don't need to attend sessions and do hands-on or something like that. You can go on your own pace. You can go. You can do the code labs. You can build your app accordingly. You can learn from there. You don't need to rely on someone. Okay, cool guys. Can we move ahead? Do you have any more questions? Yes, we are Sujal. We are going to create a dice roller app. There are 3 different apps in this track, the Android Study Jam. The first one among that is Dice Roller app. Okay, the name of other apps. Okay, I'll let you know the name of the other apps that we'll be creating. Okay, yeah, I'll let you know that names. No issues. There are 3 different apps that we'll be creating. Okay, anyone have any other doubts? Can ask me. Yeah, Sujal, getting back to you, there are 3 different apps. One is Dice Roller app, the initial. Then the second is About Me app, where you will enter your information like a portfolio or resume type. And the third one is Color My Views app. Okay, so in that, it is a kind of a game that there are different colors and you need to color the different views. Okay, so these are the 3 apps that you are going to create. Okay, good, cool. Okay, guys. Yeah, so I wanted to ask you a question like, why are you actually interested in building Android app? Okay, so actually, let's talk about why you are here, why you are interested in the building apps. Like, do you have some app idea, or you want a new career path, or like you just want to learn something new as a hobby? Please mention in the chat. Please let me know why do you want to, why are you interested in building Android app? Okay, Karan, a hobby, great. Okay, you just enjoy building apps, creating new apps. Good, cool. Yeah, source code. Good, good. Open source is a good idea. Contribution to the open source. Okay, to earn money. No issues. Good motivator. Okay, looking at it as a career, right? Flutter, React Native. Yeah, these are good technologies, no doubt. They help create cross-platform apps. Okay, cool, guys. You have some amazing ideas. Good. Okay, so let's move on with our topic. We were about to start classes and object instances. Okay, so as you write Kotlin code for your app, you'll need to understand what classes and objects are. Okay, you can't move ahead without understanding those. So you can think of a class like a blueprint. I hope you must be knowing some other object-oriented programming language. If not, no issues. So yeah, you can think of a class like a blueprint. Okay, so it contains instruction for how to create something. From the dice blueprint, you can actually create a dice, right? So class is like a blueprint which has instruction that how to create something. More specifically, the dice class contains details like what properties a dice has. Example, the number of sides, like it has 6 sides, and how it behaves. For example, that it can be rolled. So the great advantage of having the dice class is now you can create as many dice object instances as you want. Like suppose you can give color as a property to the dice. So you can create dices with different colors. The properties will be same, just pass different colors to the class and you will get different objects. So that is the beauty of classes and objects. It saves time from having to write the same code over and over again. Like you declared the class once, you declared the instructions like I want these should be fixed, these should be variable. Like in dice, six now there are 6 sides. That is a fixed property. You don't want to change that. You don't want a different sided dice. What you can change is color. Like you want different colored dice, you can change that. So yeah, from a single class you can create different objects. So this makes your code more organized and easier to maintain. Okay, like suppose, for example, a blueprint of a house. It contains the instructions of how to create the house. But the blueprint is not the house. Like architecture will draw a blueprint of your house that this will go there, this will go there. So that blueprint is not the actual house. The actual house is the object. So you can understand the class and object as the blueprint is the class that has instructions on how to create. And the main object, house is the main object that you have created. Okay, so from the same blueprint you can create multiple houses. Suppose there's a society, okay, different flats, all same. So the blueprint is the same, that how a flat will be created, but we get different objects from the same blueprint. Okay, we get different flats. So that is the way classes and objects works. Okay, so yeah, this was it for today, guys. Like we have gotten a short intro of what is Kotlin. I'll just recap you. We started with what is Kotlin. Then we moved ahead and learned about different things like layouts, UIs. We understood what is Android Studio, why it is important. Then we learned about emulators, what are those. Then UI, layouts, views. Then we saw different kinds of views. Then we understood what an activity is. Then we learned about classes and object instances. Okay. Now, if you liked this session, you will be creating your first Android app pretty soon. Just you can go to the pathways and start creating the dice roller app. And if you want to learn more, then here are some resources available. First, you can continue learning on your own with the Android basics in Kotlin course that you are following. Okay, at this moment it is just one unit, and more units are going to be released as they become available. In the meantime, you can modify the apps we built together and learn by adding more features to them. You can also Google search or look at Stack Overflow or some existing code samples and videos to how to add additional features to your app. Okay, you can make them better. To stay connected, check out these additional resources, okay, which professional developers use to stay up to date on Android. You can go more as you get into more advanced feature, you will likely need to learn more programming concepts. You can also check out the Learn Kotlin by Example resource for that. Okay, so there is Learn Kotlin by Example. Over here you can see this and you can learn it. Okay, there are different, everything is taught about Kotlin, starting from introduction, control flows, functions, Okay, so you can learn Kotlin from there. I'll share the link in the chat box. Okay, guys. So yeah, it's like people talk that they wanted a career in Android, so you will have to go some Android. Will go into some and advanced stuff. Okay, you will have to learn that professional developers actually use in day-to-day lives. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for being a part of the Android Study Jam session 2, and very good luck on the beginning of your Android developer journey. If you have any doubts, you can let me know in the chats. You can let me know how the session was. Did you like it? Yeah, and we are going to have a third session pretty soon, which will be covering up. We will be wrapping up the Android Study Jam. Okay. Yeah, the certificates are only for the prior experience track. They are not currently available for the first track because all the units have not been released. Yeah, thank you. Okay, cool. Yeah, no issues. Anytime you can ping me if you have some doubts, or you can even contact other facilitators. We have Rohit with us. He's the DSC lead. So you can contact him. You can DM any of us. You can message in the group. No issues. We'll be there to resolve your doubts. Okay, thank you. Cool, thank you. Okay, guys, so let's wrap it up. If you have any doubts, let me know. Okay, we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for joining.